Hi friends, we are starting a new year with washing a dirty bike at home. First, remove all the unnecessary accessories. I'm doing it in my 10 square meters room, which is a really small one. I'm removing the battery also. I do it for two reasons. I am going to clean the battery and maintain those electrical connections, and the bike will be considerably lighter on my bike stand. And before I clamp my seat post into the bike stand, I clean it. I don't want any scratches there. 1, 2, 3 and go! Step 1 of cleaning the bike at home and not doing a real mess around it is to spray it really well with either a bike cleaner. I'm developing my own products right here, or you can really use the water. It will maybe take a little bit longer time, but water is just fine, guys. The liquid will soften the dirt. By the way, it's 3 months old mud. And if I was to do it outdoors, I would really use my Kärcher high pressure washer. Really? Yeah, if you know how to do it, it is no harm to your bike. But we are indoors right now, so we are doing the spraying with this little bottle. After doing it thoroughly, you need to wait a couple of minutes. Step 2. Old towels, which I buy in the second-hand clothing stores, and my brushes. The brown ones are for the dirty job and the blue ones for the next step. But in this second step, I will dip my brown brush in the water and then remove the dirt from the whole bike. I will clean it with my rag and dip it into the water every couple of minutes. By the way, removing the whole dirt from the bike will take you about 15 minutes. Danny, why do you use the brushes and not just a sponge or a rag for such a dirty job? First off, the brush will not make any scratches on your frame, especially when you use the rag to clean the brush regularly. And the brush will reach these pivots, it will reach really nicely the places around the nipples on your wheels, and once again, it's really soft on your suspension. This is why I do use brushes for this step. We're almost ready for the third step, but now we need to clean the working area. The third step is really enjoyable because the bike is getting clean now. We are just before the finishing touch. Now I'm using the wet rag and the brown brush, and pretty soon I'm gonna start to use a dry rag and a dry blue brush, which are great for removing these. I've lost the dry rag. There you are. Now everything goes really smoothly and you will see the before and the after effect. This is the side of the handlebars already done. And this one we're going to clean right now. Now we can add some car shampoo or even a dishwashing soap to the water. It's really no big deal using dishwashing soap. And I'm cleaning the bike now from the top to the bottom. Don't forget about the housings. Shiny housings really improve the look of your bike. And as usual, lots of dirt can be found under the saddle, so check out that part of your bike. Different brushes will help you reach any dirt there. The dry rag and the dry brush will do wonders. Be very careful with your suspension. Lots of stones can be found under the O-ring, so be careful when you remove it. And this is how I go about the wheels. I will start with the sidewalls of them. Then I clean the rims. And of course all the spokes. And when you ride the bike in the sunny weather with the clean spokes, they will shine beautifully. For the hubs, I will use the brush first and then the rag. Now we turn to the drivetrain with a small e-bike hack. Most of that greasy dirt can be removed from the jockey wheels with a screwdriver. Don't forget about the other side. If you lose the dirt there, it will soak up the oil when you lube the chain. Now shifting to the lowest gear will let the derailleur to open up, so to speak. Now you have access to many different parts of it. The guide pulley and the tension pulley look really good right now. The drivetrain will be much more quiet when these are clean. Now I'm going to clean the derailleur. This is no degreaser just yet. First I just want to remove that dirt, that mud of it. It is really easy to clean the chain when the chain was really well maintained. I do it so. And once the front wheel is also clean, we can remove the wheels from the bike. Awesome, it's tea time. Back to work. Now I'm removing the wheels. By doing so, we are getting much more area around the bike, and also I want to replace the tires. The dust seals. These are really important parts of your suspension. Let me put it this way. If you don't have the time for cleaning the bike, leave the wheels and the frame dirty, but clean your dust seals. By doing so, you are always keeping the bad stuff out of the suspension and the good stuff, which is the oil, inside the suspension. Use the rock or the sponge only after removing all the little stones with the brush. No mud and dust on your brakes means better heat dissipation. Shoot, no wheels on the frame and you can see more dirt on it. The towel is always best for cleaning the chainring and the sprockets. If we count cleaning the drivetrain as the fourth step, now we are turning to the fifth step, the finishing touch. I have developed a special degreaser which will not only remove any grease, grime from the frame, but leave a thin layer of protection, and the bike is getting much more shiny. I love the effect. The bike will not only look great, but it will be really easy to clean after a next muddy ride. I'm gonna do it next week and will show you in one of the future videos how easy it will be to clean from the mud after doing this prep. I know you'll be asking me, Danny, where can we get this Supreme Biker degreaser and protection for the bike? I'm sorry, it's not available for sale yet, but you can really go back to my video on the mud-proof cassette and drivetrain, where I was using some kind of spray like a Brunox or any type of spray that will leave really slicky protection film on the frame. It will make the difference with the next clean of the bike. Thanks to the freehub mechanism, the cassette is really easy to clean. First I clean the smallest sprocket and then I will go over all the rest with the rag. Of course, when you use a degreaser in addition to that, it will be even more shiny and clean. Great, now I can clean my working area once again and replace the tires. I'm putting new tires for snowy and muddy rides. The threads on your axles should always be clean and greased. That's it. You know, my chain did it once to me during the race and I didn't finish the race. Ta-da! And this is a special spray for the electrical connections. It's time to prepare my chain for the muddy rides. I'm gonna lube it right here under the chainstays first. Then I do it over the chainstays. Then I will spin the cranks for maybe 30 times and clean the chain. The chain must be clean from outside. Now this special spray for the stanchions, and I'm also showing you that you can use a polishing spray for the frame. I don't spray over the bike, I spray it on the sponge. This bike has been ridden for over 1000 kilometers. This is e-bike, hard riding, and it works great as new. Are you ready? This bike is so shiny. This suspension has no stiction effect. It is so smooth. I love it. It's ready for another thousands of kilometers and I had so much fun cleaning it. Guys, I wish you have so much fun doing it with your bikes and thanks for watching. Bye bye. Scooby-Dooby, I love bicycles.